So Jamal Adams has requested a trade from the New York Jets, and he has come out and said that he would welcome a trade to the Philadelphia Eagles or the Dallas Cowboys along with 5 other teams. But couldn't the Eagles afford it?
Still the cowboy, Mr. McLean. You Americans are all alike. But this time, John Wayne doesn't walk into the sunset with Grace Kelly. Scary Cooper, asshole!
Oh, Dingbat! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! That was crazy!
Happy trails, Hans.
Dallas still stinks.
Yo, everybody doing? King Dingbat here. So I had to come on and talk about this because to me this is huge NFL news, man. It's huge NFL news. Jamal Adams, the safety of the New York Jets, has officially requested a trade from the team. He's asked permission to go speak to other teams about a possible trade. He wants out of the New York Jets organization, and it's unbelievable to me. I mean, the guy's 24 years old, was drafted in 2017, already has been to a bunch of Pro Bowls, one of the best players at his position, if not the best player at his position right now in the league, and he wants out. The Jets cannot sign this guy to an extension. I think they're currently content with letting him play out the last year of his contract, which he's getting ready to enter right now. They don't care. They don't care. They would rather have him pissed off, go into the last year of his contract, and not sign him. They've used excuses like COVID-19 and the pandemic and things like that have caused delays, but he's sick and tired of it. The dude wants out. He wants out, and it's going to be fascinating to see where Jamal Adams ends up. Now, I would love to have Jamal Adams in Philly, of course. I mean, that would be like a dream come true, but it's not going to happen. The Eagles can't afford him, and they couldn't afford the price what the Jets are going to be asking for. It's just unbelievable to me. We have Joe Douglas. He goes to the Jets. He's their GM, and to see him have problems with Jamal Adams, to me, makes me wonder, like, how would this guy have been if he had complete power of the Eagles? You can't let a guy like Jamal Adams out your door. You can't do that and be a successful organization. You just can't, okay? There's no way the Eagles could get him. I wish, but it's not possible. However, he could affect the Eagles greatly. He could affect the whole NFC East because when you look at it, the favorite to land Jamal Adams has to be the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, it has to. If you're the Jets, you're going to want to trade him to to an NFC team. You're not going to want to trade him in the division. You probably don't want to trade him in the conference. You want to get him out of that conference, and we know the Dallas Cowboys were interested in him towards the trade deadline last year. I mean, they were discussing the two teams trading for him. Jamal Adams. I think the Jets wanted like a first and a third or something like that, maybe even more. And the Dallas Cowboys didn't wind up doing it. But look, when you look at what the Dallas Cowboys have done this offseason, which from a defensive standpoint, I said this before and I'll say it again. I'm not impressed what they did on defense. You lose Byron Jones, you lose Quinn, your best pass rusher, you bring in McCoy, you bring in Alden Smith, who hasn't played in years. You bring in Dontari Poe. You bring in guys who, to me, are at the end of the road. I don't know how good they are. But if the Dallas Cowboys were somehow to land Jamal Adams, that could make a huge difference in this division. It could put them as the clear-cut favorites. I'm not going to lie. Jamal Adams is that good. He is that good, and he would make that big of an impact on the Dallas Cowboys or any team for that matter where he goes. So I don't want him in Dallas. Okay, I'm a little scared about that. Now, I don't know how Dallas Cowboys afford him, and then they afford to pay Dak Prescott. I don't know if bringing him in, giving Jamal Adams a huge contract, if that's going to bother Dak. I mean, who knows how that dynamic plays out. But from just a team standpoint on paper, if the Dallas Cowboys land Jamal Adams, I think the Dallas Cowboys are scary. I mean, because they got a good offense already. It's their defense that I worry about. But if you add a guy like that, a difference maker, it could change. Now, I still think the Eagles will win the division because I just think we're a better team. However, Dallas would be no joke. I mean, they could be very, very good. Jamal Adams going to Dallas scares the crap out of me. I'm not going to lie. Now, I don't know where else he could end up. Maybe he goes to Cleveland. Maybe like somebody like Baltimore steps up to get him. Who knows? I have no idea. But if Jamal Adams ends up in Dallas, I think we got a problem. And the fact that the Dallas Cowboys are in a different conference than the New York Jets, I think that has to be the target. Obviously, now, I don't know what it's going to cost. I imagine it's going to cost Dallas a lot, maybe too much, and maybe they don't wind up moving him. Maybe the Jets just hold on to him, let him play the last year of his contract, let him be unhappy, and then he goes somewhere as a free agent because he's not going to stay there. Obviously, he doesn't want to be there if they're not going to give him a contract. And it seems like he's at his wit's end with the New York Jets. So who the hell knows? All I know is it's a fascinating story, this whole Jamal Adams thing. The fact that guy could actually be out on the market and get traded, 24 years old, only a couple years in this league since 2017, I think it's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So we're going to have to see what happens. But if he ends up in Dallas, that's a big, big improvement for the Dallas Cowboys on defense. Because like I said, he's a difference maker, and I have not been impressed with the Cowboys, what they've done this offseason on defense. To land Jamal Adams would be kind of scary. Now, I still think we win the division, but who the hell knows? Let me know what you guys think about this Jamal Adams situation, and if he gets traded and where he possibly could go. Would I love him to have him on the Eagles? Of course, but it's not going to happen. Eagles can't afford it, and they wouldn't pay the compensation. So, anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. With that said, take care. Talk to you later, and don't be a dingbat.